Happy lunchtime. I just thought I would jump in your Facebook today and just give you a little lesson on gratitude. Well, maybe not a lesson. I don't know. Anyway, it's from my book. And try and have a bad attitude and be grateful at the same time. It doesn't happen. So the surest way to lead oneself and others with a great attitude is to practice gratefulness. Some days are harder than others to be positive. Maybe the weather is gloomy again. Maybe we're short-staffed at work, or maybe we feel uncomfortable or out of control in a part of our life. That would be me. These are the times when I use the rocket-propelled grenade, the RPG. Yes, that comes from 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. It says, rejoice always, that's the R. Pray continually, that's the P. Give thanks in all circumstances, that's the G. For this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. God reminds us to use this in times of trial. My personal version of these verses is rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and give thanks in everything. Man, there's something about destroying a bad attitude by rejoicing. Somewhere in the Psalms, it says that God inhabits the praises of his people. If God is there, evil can't exist in the same place, and neither can a bad attitude. Lift that situation to God. Let him work on it. He does a much better job of fixing things anyway. Thank him in advance for the outcome because it will be good. RPG. Yep. That's God's love providing a way for me to triumph. And here's a story I think you'll enjoy. On a cool, quiet January morning, Corporal Rick Garrett was shaving in the shower trailer at Camp Victory, Iraq, wrapped in a towel and enjoying the energy he felt from a good night's sleep. He began thinking about the months he had left overseas. Many questions filled his mind. Would the war even get bloodier? Would any of his buddies be killed? Would he do his duty well? In fact, would he even survive? Then another question. It was a prayer, really, formed itself in his mind. God, are you able to protect me over here? The words had just become a conscious thought when Corporal Garrett heard a deafening crash. It was the sound of a trailer door shattering. An RPG, a rocket-propelled grenade kind, had pierced the door and was now flying through the middle of the trailer. In an instant, the projectile flew past Corporal Garrett, lightly creasing his stomach en route, and embedded itself in the wall opposite the door. For a moment, Garrett was frozen in shock, expecting the RPG to explode, but it didn't. Realizing he might have a moment to escape, he ran to the gaping hole where the door had been and hurled himself through it, several feet to the ground below. Jumping up as quickly as he could, he sprinted from the trailer while shouting a warning to those in the nearby trailers. Dozens of soldiers then braced themselves for an explosion. Yet nothing happened. The RPG never exploded. It was a dud. Garrett picked himself up from the ground and began laughing with relief. As a crowd gathered and began congratulating him for his luck, he remembered the question he had been asking his God. Can you protect me over here? It seemed that God had answered. In case the message hadn't been clear enough, there was something more. When the ordnance specialists examined the unexploded RPG, they found that a message had been scratched on it. This was a common sight. Insurgents often painted or scratched some messages on the missiles that they fired as an added insult to their American enemy. The message on this particular missile, though, had a special meaning for Corporal Garrett. It read simply, "From the God of the American soldiers." Apparently, an insurgent had intended the message as a cruel insult, but Corporal Garrett knew better. Whatever the insurgents meant to say, he knew that his God was saying in dramatic terms, "Yes, I can protect you over here, for I am indeed the God of the American soldiers." What Satan meant for evil, God turned to good. Hey, everybody. Hi, Kim and Juan and Mike and Dale. Great to see you guys. think back to your life. What has God turned to good in your life that Satan meant for evil? And then thank him for that. I love this story. And I hope that you did too. Have a fabulous day and stay tuned. I'll see you tomorrow.